Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our new show. It's the Hawkes and Masters podcast, and we've got our very, very special guest, Adrian, here today.
Big A, Carlos.
Big A, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm doing, man. Big Carlos. King Carlos 92.
Welcome,
Please follow my
Adrian.
art account. Definitely, you won't be disappointed. Literally.
Indeed. So today,
Literally.
we got a few topics we're going to discuss. Mm-hmm. Topic number one being wealth. What makes us rich? What makes us wealthy? The second one being sports and trans, as that's a hot topic at the moment, if you've been keeping up with what's going on in the socials. Also, are the youth generally excited about the future? That one I can't wait to talk about. Right now, I'm going to pass you over to Jono to get it started.
One thing I've been thinking about all week is wealth, what it means. To me, wealth is feeling rich, not necessarily being rich. And I've felt that dealing with different people, there's been different attitudes to it. So I've been kind of trying to reflect myself on how I respond to that and what my reaction is to people whose attitude to wealth or being rich and money and stuff. And I found myself really frustrated with some people.
But do you think that's because of the financial situations that you might find yourself in? So is it because I know that a lot of people, like rich people, they will say, like people who don't have money, they will say everything's not about money. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people with money don't say stuff like that. People with money think everything's about money. That's why they have it.
That's why they have it,
Do you know what I mean?
That's such a good point.
So it's like it's a techie one, because I feel like it's almost like a defense mechanism to be like, I don't care about money, it's nothing. But if we had the opportunity to get a large amount of money tomorrow, we would definitely take it.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But the thing is,
No.
okay, yeah, and people who know me always ask, like, they know that I ask this question, like, you know, if you, Adrian, suddenly your artwork, King Carlos art,
Make sure you check it out on the
right,
socials.
I follow it, it's great. Suddenly you got a client who's like, Adrian, I love you, I'm a millionaire, I'll pay you 100 grand a month just to like do your thing, I'll build a studio, you're making money, right? Do you reckon you would genuinely change as a person? You've got money, but do you think that, when I say change, I mean change who you are? I know it's hypothetical.
Of course, no, of course.
But it terrifies me to think that I would change just because I've got loads of money. I wouldn't want to lose who I really am. And who I really am, I love.
That's exactly what
I don't
agree.
want money to change
I wouldn't
that.
I don't want to forget the person that I've become, because like United is like we've all come up from a hard-working background, family growing up. United's been hard for our brothers and sisters, our dads, our granddads to fight to get
Our generation
just to fight to get
Windrush.
Do you know what I mean?
Windrush,
Oh,
come on.
Going way back here.
I'm going to be
Windrush.
honest though. I don't think I would change if I was rich. I don't think I would change if I was rich, or should I say, I don't think I will change when I become rich, because I already feel rich. Like
This is the exactly.
Like,
There's always two sides to this,
that's what I'm
man.
saying.
There's always two sides to this.
Because I'm so myself. I know myself. I learn myself.
Exactly.
And I don't try to limit myself to make other people feel comfortable. Because that's the difference between having bread and not having bread. When you ain't got no money, you have to be quiet. Because the people with money are the ones that are going to pay.
Saying, yeah.
And those are the ones that's going to be controlling the scenarios you're in.
No, it's true.
You get me? When you got money, you'll say and do and act and feel however you want to.
Yeah.
Because you don't need any validation from that person who's giving you the check.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, like, you got money, you can buy things. I will always strive to buy a racing green Bentley Continental. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've heard that car, my old boss, big up Ricky Chawla. I'll miss you, actually. Like, he has or had this blue Continental GT, right? He used to drive into the office in the city. And, you know, he just, like, captured you, like, do you know what? Yeah. If it's aspirational. If I ever, like, I would love that.
Exactly.
But if I never get that, I'm still happy. I just find some people, they tend to like, oh yeah, like, I'm not happy unless I can get that, you know, Audi RS6 or whatever. It's like, well, It's an aspiration, and you know the journey to it is what's beautiful, not just having it.
See, I'm the type of person.
That's what frustrates me.
Is that once I make it to the top, I never forget the people that have been there for me and been there to help me out.
That's
and
not just
me
your wealth
through my journey.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's more.
That's so
I feel
true.
like that's more of a wealth in terms of rich and wealthy experience.
That's
People
something
you
I
meet.
think about as well.
Yeah,
That
of
is
course.
that's another topic. That is brilliant.
But that's my aim in life, to reach a point where I can bless anyone that's really made a positive impact on me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because you know, like
Exactly.
some people may have taught you something and you're not even been aware that they had that effect on you, that impact.
No.
You get me? I want to make sure everyone that had a lasting impact on me, somehow I let them know.
Exactly.
You get me?
No,
Bless them
man.
in some kind of way. Like, that's the reason why I even intend to be wealthy.
So
Do
you
know
can
what I mean?
give back. I mean, there's benefactors who you know maybe went to Elm Green School. Maybe it wasn't called that before. And you know they had a teacher who was just on them. It's like, no, you are going to study economics and you're going to be really good at it. And they're making loads of money and they give back. They funded this library.
Exactly.
Going to Dulwich College. That was rich people who were like, who made successful.
This is it, exactly.
Who gave back. That's why I could get a scholarship.
But even
they
my
paid
school,
for it.
yeah.
Thank you.
I went to Haley Manor, which is nothing like Dulwich College. But at the same time, Ian Wright, he came and opened up the sports hall, and the sports hall in there was amazing.
That's really
You
good.
know what I mean? They
That's
had
really
proper
good.
basketball hoops that came down
Shout
from
out
the
to you, Mr.
ceiling.
Wright.
Ian Wright,
team.
honestly,
Shout out
I'd
to
love
you,
to meet you one day
legend.
because we would love to. You are such a geezer and an Arsenal legend as well, which I support.
Facts.
Like that is such a great. He always seems like someone who, yes, he's rich. Some would argue that wealth and richness. I remember someone said, someone like Michael Jordan is rich. But the person who pays Michael Jordan's check is wealthy.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So Ian Wright, wealthy or rich, whatever, he's given back. He
But
had the means.
I guess that's subjective because it depends how
exactly.
rich you are.
Yeah.
You get me? Because you're in comparison to us, he would be wealthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's got
'Cause he
everything.
could easily cut us a check.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
that is brilliant. Yeah.
And I would take the check.
And but that's beautiful because we're rich for it. You know, we're rich in getting something from
That's what I'm saying.
what we perceive as well. That's fantastic.
So I think richness is about what you hold value
you
to.
hold value
That's
to,
yeah.
Where wealth is about money, wealth is about currency, wealth is about legacy and what you leave behind,
Sure.
and inheritance and property. That's what wealth is about.
Yeah.
Richness is about enriching or enrichment. Yeah, it's about what makes you feel fulfilled.
Yes.
That's what being rich is about. You get me?
Yeah.
That's why Bob Marley, famously, he said, if you're asking me if I'm rich, then yes, I'm rich. I'm rich in love. I'm rich in family. I'm rich in
positive,
character.
yeah.
I'm rich in, you get me? He's rich in all the things that enrich him.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Of course, the man was balling as well. You get me?
Oh, of course,
But
yeah,
he wanted to make a point of, my money doesn't make me. Yeah, my character makes me. The things that are important to me is what makes me. The things that enrich me is the reason why I'm rich. You
Yeah.
get me? So that's why I said when I'm wealthy, it's not going to change how I behave because I already behave rich. Do you get me? Because the things that enrich me have nothing to do with money.
Right.
You get me? The things that enrich me are family, making a difference.
Absolutely.
You get me? Putting in effort, being able to be relied on, being able to have the support of the people that I would support. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what is gratitude and them kind of things. That's what enriches me.
Yeah.
You get me? Without that, even if you had all the money in the world, if you didn't have no love, no gratitude, no one checked on you, no one appreciated you for the things you do, you would feel poor.
Yeah.
You get me? Because it's key words. Rich is talking about enrichment, things that make you feel fulfilled. And poor is talking about feeling low or feeling unwell, feeling less than yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not really to do with money when we're talking about rich and poor. Do you get me?
It shouldn't have to be, no.
It shouldn't have to be.
Because some people might be rich in money, but they're poor in character.
Exactly.
I'm going to ask a question because at school, economics, financial studies, I was always just like, no, whatever. I'm a musician. I've never really been that motivated by money as much as I feel now. I do want to, make more money and actually do it honourably. But what I wanted to ask you two is, do you think our world or our country's sort of economic system, however that is perceived, is flawed or is, great? So, for example, how means of making money, like the value of things, the cost of things. I've been frustrated by Lidl prices shooting up. Do you know what I mean? Broccoli was 39p before, and that's 45. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what's going on? Like, what do you think?
It's a little things. It's little things.
You know, when he asked that question, I thought he was what he meant. Certain groups of people have more influence when it comes to getting the money.
Yeah.
Being able to source the money. Do you get me? Because if I had like 10 rich Nigerian uncles, it would be easy for me to source bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I'll have the power, and I can affect change. I can affect the
You're not even asking the question I just asked.
But that's what I thought you meant. That's a deeper way of looking. That's a deeper, because the system isn't just about inflation.
No.
You get me? Because inflation wouldn't matter if we had the correct economical structures.
Yeah.
Because we would be breaded. You get me? We would probably profit from inflation.
Yeah.
That's the point. You get me? Little going up, somebody's profiting. Somebody's family.
This is it. There's always profit and loss. It's like I've always found it crazy. Like somebody's loss, somebody's gain is somebody's loss, and I just find that so. So we were talking about rich and wealthy. It's just like, well, what makes other people rich or wealthy is what other people see as like a bit of a loss, really. Like some people would see you owning a really nice Maserati is just like, well, I'm not into that. Which is fine, it's all perception, but in like advertising and like the whole drive of like spend, I think is mental. That's why genuinely, I've said this to a lot of friends, I've put myself, including you massively, we talk a lot about this, I found myself much happier or fulfilled just seeing little money, like putting money to one side and just working with like, go on a night out, I've got 25 quid, that is it.
That's it, yeah.
As opposed to like...
Stick to a budget, it's not so...
I can actually just spend,
But that's because your character makes up for the lack of...
Yeah, exactly.
You know you're going out, and everyone there loves you.
Yeah.
So you're going to get... The man are going to buy you drinks, the man are going to buy... Like, you know that, love is a currency as well, you know.
Yes.
Love is a currency.
It really is. It's a currency and it's a current as well. Oh, God, yeah. That's another topic. No, that's been really great.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed that.
Anything else?
So, okay, so you know when you meet certain people and they're just like, say for example, when we're talking about like buying drinks and that's showing appreciation and love, but what about those people that they buy you a drink, but then the next night it's like, can I get that 873 for the blood clot?
They show you the receipt. They're like,
for the blood clot beer and that beer they bought you, and it's like they don't forget about. Like I'm just trying to understand what goes through your mind when you're thinking. Like that means that person must have been really broker than broke. To actually
remember that,
say,
to remember.
They need that. But this is the thing. Some people. There's two ways to look at it. Yeah, because this is a question people always ask, and I think it's a proper. I think it's a proper relevant question to ask anyone to see how they judge character. Yeah. So, me, I might be breaded this week. Yeah, I'm up. Yeah. Age, you might be low this week. Yeah. Cool. Jono ain't got nothing. Jono comes to you, he says, Jono comes to me, he says, Ash, I ain't got no bread. These times I'm up. I'm like, hold the tenner, fam. Bam, that's a tenner.
Thanks.
He's got a tenner, I say, when you got that money back, baby, pay me back that tenner, cool.
Yeah.
Then Age, he comes to you now. Yeah? Because he already spent the tenner. He spent the tenner, that got him to work. He needs to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah? You've only got a tenner in your pocket. And he says, Age, I need to get home. He said, I got a tenner, bro. I'll split this with you. I'll give you a $5 to get home. You get me?
I'll swear.
Okay, yeah.
Who done more for you?
Wow. God, you asked the best questions.
Me?
What, because it's more money?
I gave him more money?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think?
Definitely not that. I don't think it's that. Because you both gave in a time of need, obviously.
Yeah.
I think he gave more because he took more of himself. You're up. You were just like, yeah, that's nothing to you. Well, that's less proportion to you. You gave what you don't have, which is to be appreciated, and therefore, you know me, like I'd be
That's
like, if that happened, I would never forget that. That's honour. That's beautiful.
But I mean, it's not even about. It's not necessarily about you because you're not gonna know that I'm up, and you're not gonna know. You're not necessarily gonna know that that's his only tenner.
Yeah.
He's telling you I only got a tenner. Yeah. But he knows he ain't got no more money after he splits the tenner with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? I know I got bread after I give you a tenner.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. One isn't good and one isn't bad. Yeah. Because for me to give you a tenner out of my money is love anyway. You get me?
Yeah.
And for you to give him half of the last you got is love anyway.
Yeah.
But it's about how people perceive
things.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because you look at it like, both of my brothers lent me he lent me a fiver though, and you lent me a tenner. Yeah. But he gave you the half of his last.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
If I only had a tenner, I would have told you no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
And then what does he do when he's flush?
But it's just about how people look at things. So sometimes when that person's coming to you and they're saying, "Rah, that 8.25, bro," they're saying it because when they bought that drink for you, they bought it with their last change.
No, this is.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been there. I've been there.
So you know the vibes.
I've been there.
They bought it with their last change, but everyone was drinking and they didn't want to see you without a drink in your hand. That day. Tomorrow I might have to ask you about that. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends how you look at it. Sometimes I don't really feel like people are doing it in the way that we're perceiving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get me?
No, it's true. Sometimes it's you got to be a little bit selfish. Listen,
selfishness. That's going on another topic.
That's a whole other
selfishness. It's like sometimes I admire them people. It's like, do you know what? No. It ain't about you lot. It's about me, and this is what I'm doing. Yeah. You know what? Selfishness can sometimes lead to leadership. But anyway, when it comes to money, they say you have to be selfish to make money.
You have to be selfish not all the time. See, being selfish is different, but you have to put yourself first.
Yes.
If you don't put yourself first, brother, you think the next man's gonna put you first. Why would they?
Yeah, why would they?
Why would they, bro? Your mum stops putting you first once you reach a certain age, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Come on, man. Yeah. You gotta put yourself first, bro. This is where bare man fell, bro. We're still at an age where we can be like, you know what? It's all about me now for the next 10 years. You get me? I didn't try to see 40 without having everything I want.
No,
it's true. True.
If you don't do that, bruv, you'll see you're gonna end up in the position that someone else puts you in.
Yeah, that is. Oh, I can't wait.
It's like I could have been
I
there.
wanna rule my destiny.
What song's that?
Hey.
You'll learn this about me.
You were so posh. You were so posh. Honestly,
I might know the soul version.
You don't know that tune?
I'm saying this on
camera.
reggae.
I'm not telling you, you don't know reggae.
I do like reggae, I just don't know what. See, I'm going to lose followers.
Lord. And Jono's Jamaican.
But I listen to David Roth.
Jono's Jamaican. Jamaican is not like West Indian or Caribbean.
I was born in the UK, right? I love my Jamaican heritage, but I'm a 70s soul music man. Trust me, you're going to be hearing stuff like that. That is a discussion we're going to have.
Run the 70s.
Run the 70s. More people need to listen to 70s soul, please.
Yeah, did you like that, guys? We put a little snippet of 70s soul in there.
It is a huge... one of my missions is to make the world listen to more Diana Ross and... Bobby Womack, man.
Bobby Womack is there.
You can't go.
And what's my guy, the white brother, who sang all of them tunes? He sang, What You Won't Do.
Bobby Caldwell.
Bobby.
The blackest sounding. He sounds more black like me when he sings.
For real?
Yeah. So
Bobby Caldwell's definitely more blacker than you.
Bit bad. Yeah.
Definitely.
Wicked. Yeah.
No, but he's dope.
Beautiful soul.
Crazy. That was like a revelation into the fact that he's a white man.
Yeah. A lot of people you want to see like the reaction videos, like, what? Him white?
Because a lot of hip-hop sampled his stuff.
Great auntie or whatever.
A lot of hip-hop has sampled his stuff. Like cue some of the Bobby Caldwell samples.
Big up whosampled.com as well, but that's another one. Yeah. We got a lot we can't wait to go on this journey with everyone.
Yeah, man.
This is it, man.
You guys are going to roll with us. So make sure you guys are liking, subscribing to the
Hawkes
channel.
and Masters podcast.
Share
With
that.
today, the first topic, Adrian Albert. Thank you
I'm
so
on.
much, Adrian.
Yeah.
What a good handshake.
Big artist
Happy to be here. Happy to be here, brothers, man. Appreciate that.
We're about to start on our second topic, which is sports and trans. This is a bit of a techie kind of subject, innit? But because obviously I've been seeing it a lot on the socials about the first trans MMA fighter to fight a woman, I thought we might as well discuss it. If it's happening, we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, do you mind giving me a rundown there? I would love more information on that, please.
So
I don't really
basically,
see that, you know?
Trans woman, MMA. She's become a professional MMA fighter.
Okay.
She's obviously competing against other women, and she's just had her first debut MMA fight. And if you watched, I mean, it was, there's no MMA fight that's not brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, no.
Apparently, she absolutely
But
battered
she
the woman.
banged up the woman. Yeah, she absolutely decimated is the correct word. Yeah. After she punched her up, then choked her out. It was quite traumatizing. Maybe we can cue video.
Situation. It's almost like if you're walking into a
Oh,
pothole.
McLaughlin coming up big, and now Provost has to survive. Big, now the strength
She tried to go for
trying
the
to go
double.
up, does pretty well, gets her on the ground. Now you can see how her ground game goes.
Yeah, Mario Eatman is the corner man for
In deep, and the
this
tap.
tap. Emotional.
Yes, victory for the trans community, and the conversations will go from here.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Welcome back.
it's quite deep. It's quite deep. But I didn't think it was fair to say that because she has the required hormone levels based on the drugs that they're taking, that it's fair for her to compete in a physical combat with a cis woman.
Yeah.
I felt that she, as a transgender woman, she had a great advantage, and it showed. It showed. You get me? I'm not.
But she's a woman.
I mean, she's a trans.
People argue.
woman.
Yeah. But I don't know where I stand with this. I feel I'm going to be very careful what I say. I don't want to offend anyone because this topic always seems that it offends so many people just because they've got a different viewpoint. But my point was, people say, but she's a woman though. She's changed into a woman, so therefore,
No, but you
if she
can't please everyone, though, man.
But sorry, like
No,
as
but
it-
I don't argue that. I never argued that because that's what basically the girl was saying. She was
Yeah.
emphasizing the fact that she's a woman, and that's why I'm saying she, and I'm saying woman.
Yeah.
When I'm referring to her.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
we're missing the key points, which is trans woman. Yeah, she couldn't be a woman without the trans part.
This is it.
Yeah, so we can't overlook the trans because she wouldn't be a woman without that. Yeah, so there is going to be some physical attributes in a trans woman that you're not going to find in a cis woman. And I only learned that word cis woman because I was talking to the young lady and she explained it to me. Yeah, so I'm gaining a little bit of knowledge about it.
It's
But still, physical combat to me doesn't seem like it's a fair duel. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think, Adrian?
Again, like you said, it is definitely a sticky subject to dive into. Honestly, if I'm gonna say it my way, to society, she is a woman. Yes, I will agree with that 100%. Physically, let's be honest, she clearly used to be a man. Clearly, she still has the reflexes and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? So it's like certain things are not just gonna go away. Do you know what I mean? Like you may have grown up and been saying, "Oh, yep, I've always thought I wanted to be a woman," and that's absolutely fine. That's your life. Live the way you feel. Your happiness is super important. That's how it should be. But in a subject like that, physically, of course, she's going to be stronger than the other women because technically, by fact, men are stronger than women, like in ways. But I'm not going to try to say that. Women are stronger than us in ways as well. Do you know what I mean? It works both ways. But when it comes to physical contact, look at all the years. Like we got boxing, you got MMA. Look at all the fighters that you know how brutal like boxers like go through. Like it's a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just I just felt like they could have walked around that. In my opinion, this is probably a bit silly for me. Like, why not hold our own like competition for trans people? That could be an opinion for me. I'm not gonna say it because it just feels like that woman was definitely it sounds like she was definitely at a disadvantage. From what I'm seeing here.
Hats goes off to both of them for getting there and fighting.
Yeah, this is it. Exactly.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just don't like. Of course, you're saying that you're a woman, and that's absolutely fine. But you know, deep down inside, you still got the strength of a man. Where if that was a man you're fighting, it probably would have been a different story. But I feel that's just how I'm taking it. Like it's just I feel it. Maybe move that to a different category. Maybe like a community with trans, like a whole trans league. Like, do you know what I mean? Like where they. No disrespect. Because obviously, you know what I mean? Like, I got love for the LGBTQ. You know, you guys do your thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's absolutely fine. Like,
that was funny. Maybe like a trans league. There's something watching.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
What's your view? Because I see that
I knew this was coming.
He wants to come in. Yeah, he wants to come in.
Share your views.
I'd like to confidently express that I wholeheartedly and totally 100% agree with what's been said. I'm not going to get over that easily. I respect and value everyone.
Exactly, how it should be, yeah.
You know, I respect and actually in light of this trans people, in light of unfortunately transphobia, let's not forget phobia is a fear. So there's people who are transphobic and without maybe admitting it all the time, they're quite sillily, if that's a word, admitting that they're scared of these people, which is ridiculous. So this is why Hawkes and Masters podcast with Adrian Albert tonight, you know, it's great to talk it through. I think it's quite therapeutic to talk it through, and I think it's one of those that not everyone's going to agree.
Of course, you can't please everyone.
I know some people who will very, very staunchly and either publicly or privately say that it was absolutely wrong for that trans woman to be in the same.
No, exactly.
And I would hear that, and I don't agree because, like you said the best thing. Respect for the two people for getting in the ring. Some might argue it was brave of the non-trans woman. Cis woman. Sorry. So I've learned something today.
Yeah.
Cis woman, yeah. I should know that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that I value everyone, and I just feel that let's just keep talking about it.
I think it's funny how people are afraid to be honest about how they feel about things because they don't want to.
I am terrified.
I get it.
No, who's for?
I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not going to ever say anything that's going to be disrespectful. I'm only going to say what I think is.
This is what I'm saying. No, I've already said what I said. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a big fan.
To be fair,
not a big fan, but
I don't think it's wrong that they. I don't think that it's wrong that transgender woman fought a cis woman.
Fair enough.
Because the cis woman would have had to agree.
Exactly, that's what I said as well. Yeah, I agree.
Because if a man agrees to fight a woman and a woman agrees to fight a man, and they fight, I ain't got a problem with it. Yeah. They both agreed to fight.
Yeah, of course. It's happened before.
So my thing is, I don't really care because they would have had to agree to it for it to have happened.
Yeah.
Do you feel me?
It's funny, actually.
Of course, yeah.
But at the same time,
that's true.
What happened was what I expected to happen.
Yeah, and a lot of people as well.
Yeah, I expected the cis woman to get her face punched off and for her to get choked out. And that's exactly what happened. She not only did she get her face pumped off, she got choked out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't nice to see. Unfortunately. It wasn't very much entertaining for me. It wasn't entertaining to see.
Well, it's funny. I was just thinking, as we're saying this, it's funny how when it comes to sport, I swear there was a trans lady, trans woman, who competed in the Olympics.
Yeah, the weightlifter. Yeah.
And I remember there was a few stories, and it was just like, all right, fine. It's funny how when it's combat, that's when it's like could become a bit more heated.
No, but it was still kind of an issue though, regardless.
Yeah.
It was because gradually, it's men can generally lift more than women.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
But
no respect to women. I know you're
a trans woman
do you know what I mean?
beat
Like,
up a cis woman, right?
Yeah.
So I'd imagine there's much more sensitivity there around the discussion, you know, whatever. Now, like, I could say, right, Dean and Asher Smith, I challenge you to a race, right? And I believe, because I'm a man, I'm going to beat you. Now, I could say that, right? Dean and Asher Smith's going to thrash me at 100 metres. You know, what? So is my male pride going to be like, you know, or like if a trans woman raced against Dean Asher Smith, who's a wonderful sprinter, and then the trans woman loses and Dean Asher Smith wins, what does that mean? It's all
See, but it's techie, because I think a lot of things come into play. If the trans woman was black, I don't think they would have let her fight a woman. Yeah?
Yo!
I'm just gonna keep it real and trill, because this is our show.
I agree.
We can say what we want.
Very much. No.
I think if it was a black person, they would have treated the thing different.
Yeah.
Because they already think that black people have more physical prowess
physical
or
higher
physical ability.
testosterone, of course. Yeah.
Just like, for example, when they made the woman from the Olympics, the black lady, the African lady, prove that she was born a woman in order for her to continue competing. Yeah? And I think specifically, but that was because she was black. Because they let trans women compete as women in the Olympics. Now, she's not a trans woman, she was a woman. But yet they questioned her about her gender.
Yep.
They questioned her about her gender. And they tested her testosterone levels and they tested her estrogen levels.
Yep.
Because she was physically stronger and her physical prowess was that much better than her opponents.
She's a warrior.
And because, had she been a white lady,
strong woman.
would that have been a problem? They would have said, "Wow, look at this physical,
This does what
look
I
at the
say.
physicality of this woman."
Yeah, that's what I
But
say.
because she was
Did
an
she go
African
through the same
lady-
test?
Exactly, because she was an African lady, they're saying, nah, she shouldn't be able to be that much better.
Yep.
She shouldn't be able to be that much physically stronger.
Yeah.
You understand? So we got to really look at it, man. Sometimes I feel like they do things, which might be controversial, might be not, but sometimes I feel like they do things because they want to even out the playing field. Yeah, so they don't mind if it's a white trans lady that's representing their country. You get what I'm saying? But if it's a black actual female, they're gonna test her, question her, look at her DNA, look at her birth certificate, question her mama, dad, her family, her cousins. You know what I'm trying to say?
Some might see it as equal as like, you know, a cast of cement, a trans white woman racing against like a black female. They'd see that as like, oh well, you know, what's like? So you're saying this thing.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying they're trying
where's
to equal the playing
yeah.
field. So they don't mind because physically they want to be able to compete.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they want to watch the Olympics and 90% of the people winning the gold medals are black people. They don't want to see that.
Yeah.
No.
Or France got most people representing France, England and those countries are black.
Is it majority? Yeah, majority of them.
Alright, but they don't like that.
Even
bro.
Italy's starting to like, look at the kids that won the 100 metres, you know, he's
there we
not
go.
fully Caucasian.
And that's my point.
Fantastic.
We're representing these countries now.
Yeah.
They need their own representation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't care what it takes. If they got to let a trans woman compete in order to compete, they're gonna do
I
it.
know for a fact, Mo Farah, that brother, he was migrated over here by some high incorporated person to run for the UK. Are you fucking mad? I'm saying that
honestly,
for a fact, bro.
that guy's a
Guarantee
genius.
was a boy.
I busted
Genius.
my
Genius.
gut. I did a 5K relay at the London Stadium, right? Honestly, I said to myself, I'm never going to stop, yeah? I'm going to run 5K, I'm just not going to stop. Because you know, if you do a 5K, you stop, you just lactic acid.
Oh, man.
I busted my gut, and I was proud of my 25 minutes I'd done that. And I realised this guy, Mo Farah, 16 minutes. Do you know how fast that is?
Yeah, that's amazing.
What a
really
G!
fast.
Yeah,
He's a genius. No,
and you know, you got man them like Sebco and Steve. I should remember his name. Not Steve
made his money,
Backley.
and now he's
Steve Redgrave, whatever his name. Not Redgrave. He's the rower.
He's the rower.
But you know, like it's fantastic. Like, so we're talking about athletics, right? It's great when you get the level playing field. And before sort of the trans debate, there was just these fantastic runners from wherever.
Yeah.
It was just like it was like how you've run. And I hope we can get back to that stage with trans people added. I don't know. Because it's just, you just want to see
I mean, I
good
don't
sport,
think
good
it
things.
matters necessarily in a race and those kind of things. You get me? I ain't here to argue
it doesn't
what
matter
they
where
should
you're
compete
from.
in and what not competing, because girls can beat boys at anything, men can beat women at anything, women
it's
beat
true,
men at
yeah.
anything. I just think when it comes to physical combat, we should look into it a bit more. We should make it,
very reconsider.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know how comfortable I would be with my sister if that was my sister.
Yeah.
Facts.
I say maybe you shouldn't fight her still.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
But brave to go, no, I still want to fight.
Respect.
And
Man.
respect to them,
Seriously.
respect to them.
Seriously, man.
But I think we should move on swiftly because I don't really like this topic.
Yeah, it's quite.
It's not the best topic to talk
Like you
about,
said,
but mate,
techie,
but
we had to get it out there.
But it's,
Yeah,
I said my piece.
And it's a good one to
We've
discuss.
had
It's
our
out
opinions.
there, like you said, yeah.
Of course.
Our third discussion is going to be on: are the youth generally excited about the future? Are the youth optimistic in a way where they are going to carry the mantle for our nation? Are they inspired? You know, are they feeling good about what's coming and what is coming?
See,
Adrian.
So obviously, in a school that we work at, you know how hard it is.
What
to
school
see.
do we work at? For the benefit of the viewers, we need to explain.
So
what
the school we work at is probably Beacon Academy.
Yep.
Lovely school for social, emotional, mental health students.
Beautiful place.
Very beautiful place. Can't go wrong.
BBAB.
So the kids at the school that we work at, you know how they struggle to see aspirations and dreams, and you know you still have a few that have that one interest they're in. Like, do you know what I mean? I remember coming to the interview and seeing. I was told that a student created a motorbike from scratch just by itself, and I thought some of these kids have got talent. You know they've got talent. It's all about their mental abilities and mindset. Do you know what I mean? It's putting that into their work and just pushing forward. Do you know what I mean? Because when it's like, I don't know what it is like when you work at a school, in this school, you can kind of tell what these kids are gonna be, just how their behavior is. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, but then. Even that, I could say that, but it still could be different. You never know. Like, I could look at one student and they'd be like, oh, mate, he's going to be a labourer. Do you know what I mean? Like, working bricks, construction. And that's not even a bad result. That's great money in that, honestly. Like, you can't go wrong with that. But then you have those students that you know that there's something special about them. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see that potential in them.
Yeah.
But if they don't see it in themselves, it's hard to try to motivate and tell them, especially along with their educational needs and social,
and their backgrounds,
and the circumstance, all that all comes into account for everything.
Yes,
right? Honestly, and but Ash, tell me your thoughts on this, man. What do you think?
Oh, for me, I don't want to be doom and gloom, yeah, because you got to look at it. We're talking about excited for the future.
Yeah.
The only way you could be excited for the future is if you're looking forward to something that's going to happen.
Exactly.
In the future.
Yeah. No, it's true.
You got to look at things from the point of view of some of these young people. Yeah. If we look at the news, yeah, from maybe like the beginning of the year, maybe last year, Brexit. That's something to look forward to. That's nothing great. There's nothing exciting about the thought of maybe leaving Europe and being in a position that, as a young person, you've never experienced. You've only ever experienced being part of Europe. So to have to look forward to not being able to get cheap flights to them or go to Spain or whatever, it's not much to look forward to. No. Now, we've got vaccine mandates and vaccine passports. That's something else they got to look forward to. Am I going to be able to go to a club?
It's a different future.
Am I going to be able to travel the world? Am I going to be able to do this and do that?
That is doom and gloom, isn't it?
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's a real doom and gloom.
Okay, lockdown, all of these different things. It's not like they got much to look forward to. The highest rate of unemployment in for a while. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially if you're talking about young black youths. Young black youths right now is statistically the highest unemployment rate that they've had. So we've been talking about look forward to. What is there to look forward to? I remember when I was a little bit younger and they were talking about raising the prices of uni. How do you look forward to that? How can you be excited for a future that you know is going to be worse?
My sister,
it's going to be difficult.
My uni fees were, I think it was $3,000 a year.
Exactly.
I wish my
And then my sister
3,000
Hayley.
a year.
Hi Hayley.
That was like 3,000.
£27,000.
There you go.
$9,000
9,000
a
a semester.
I thought, do you know what?
I wish mine was 27,000. Do you know that they add interest the moment you start university? You know, I got my letter back. It's come to 40 grand, and I've done 3 years. I'm not even joking. Not
What?
Yeah.
And kids, and these kids got
Not
to look
even
forward to
joking.
that, and that's the most. And that's talking about if you achieve. If you achieve, you'll get yourself in 40 grand debt to
Are you
get
being serious?
to get
I'm
in
not
and out of
even
uni. So tell me
I'm
how
not
they
even
can be
joking.
excited about the future.
Wow, I'm genuinely shocked.
You know the kids
I'm
that are
trying not
excited
to-
about the
yeah.
future? The kids that are creative.
Yes.
The kids that want to create their own
Thank
thing.
you.
The kids that are maybe doing music. The kids that want to get into film. That's the way.
The kids who can express themselves.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's the
it,
thing.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
you might be a trader. There's some kids at our school. Do you know what? Go and trade because you'll clearly make loads of money on it.
Of
You
course,
just got
of
that.
course, yeah.
Trading,
They're hands-on, yeah,
trading
of
is
course, that's what-
similar. I remember one of my friends' dads. He was on the market stall. Yeah, pound a pound, apples. These Goldman Sachs executives went and said to him, "Do you know what? You'd be good on the trading floor." He's a millionaire. He became a millionaire. So the skills that can be, but if that person, I think, can. It might seem a bit depressing to actually make too much money, some would argue, you know. If that person can go and play their guitar when they get home and sing their wife a song, sounds so cheesy, apologies. But it's actually quite a nice thing. They might actually feel a bit more settled in themselves. Like the creative industries, man. And it's ironic
what's
and it's
good, yeah.
frustrating.
That's where the market is, man.
Yeah.
For sure. It's the creative industry. If you know you got
But it's not necessarily about
overlooked.
creative industry necessarily, but it's about creating your own lane.
Oh, my apologies. No,
it's
that's
because
perfect. Yeah, that's
we're in
what
the
I was trying to say.
We're in the creative
Yeah.
industry.
That's what I was trying to say.
Personally, all of us here, you're an artist, you do music. I've always done film and writing and stuff like that. So creative industries are a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, even if you create your own labouring company, because when we used to go to construction at the school and used to do construction with the
Big up
wonderful
construction.
construction teachers.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, my brother. We used to watch this video of this guy called
Surnames, isn't it?
we used to watch this video about this guy who owned his own.
I saw that video. I remember coming to class.
Exactly. And it was
very
so
interesting video.
inspirational.
Is everyone Curtis would say, like, the guy who owns his own, like, wood, like, that's on YouTube.
That's my point.
What's his name?
Ash something.
Asheville, yeah. Big up
Big up
Curtis, that
Asheville.
one, yeah.
Asheville.
Big up Curtis for
Great
getting me into
content
that
there as
one,
well.
But the
Mate,
point
construction
is,
team put me on, man.
it's not just
Construction team put me
about creative industry. It's about what you're passionate about. It's about creating what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And if kids could be aware that anything that you love, you can make a life out from. You can make money from. You can make a career out of.
Yeah.
Then they would be more excited about the future. Do you get what I mean? I think that is our job as educators. And not even our job as educators, our job as men, our job as adults. Yeah? Is to inspire these kids to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and this is what I always do every day when I go into work, man. All the time.
do.
Because
Always
I
try to
remember
inspire
being
them.
young and I even got a bar and I was like, looking at the future makes me feel so uninspired. You get me? But looking at my family lets me know that I'm admired.
Yeah.
Like, and I wrote that when I was a kid. I didn't even know what really I was talking about. But now when I'm looking back at it, I'm saying, even then I knew I felt uninspired by looking at the future.
Okay. So we've rightly talked about a lot of the doom and gloom, right? It's the equivalent of you step outside your house, you're hoping for a good day. All you can see is very, very thick cloud, yeah? No, so I didn't say dark cloud. I don't like when people say, things are dark. Like
A thick cloud, yes.
It's a thick cloud, it's full of rain, there's thunder, it's just, you're not going to be able to cycle, you're not going to be able to go on a walk, it's just like, so where's the sunshine in terms of the youth enjoying
Listen,
the where's the day, what are they, when they step out and they can see a beautiful sunrise, yeah? And it's warm and it's like, they're by the beach, what moments are they?
I genuinely believe, this is one thing for me, I'm going to say, telling them about your experience of what happened. So, for example, we'll talk about university. Some kids might not want to go to university. Mate, at one point, I didn't want to go, but I thought to myself, do you know what I mean? I was working at Sainsbury's and this and that. I thought, maybe I could do better myself. Maybe this would give me the push I need to push myself further.
Yeah.
And in terms of the studying-wise, it was very interesting, but it was more developing my independence and just the experience and just going out and just meeting new people and going out. Freshers Week is a great, way to meet new people. Like, honestly, I believe
In
Like,
terms-
it's tons of great experience. But that's just coming from
That's
my
just from yours,
experience. Do you know what I mean? This is why I want to pass on my positive experience to the younger youth, to tell them. I'll tell them a few stories here and there. Do you know what I mean? I'll be discreet. Do you know what I mean? Like, not gonna say everything, but do you know what I mean? Like, but I think it's once you show that positive energy, that experience to the kids, because when they're sitting down and listening to you, then they'll be asking more questions and more. And when the questions come, that's how you know you're reeling them in. And
there's something
it just gets
beautiful
them-
about insight, isn't there?
Yeah,
Like just
honestly.
feeding off someone's story. That's why kids love stories. You just see them just like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I know
no,
what
it's true.
happened."
Yeah,
and it's-
exactly. Yeah.
So okay, so the sunshine is kind of like just
and even if
An inspiration.
exactly,
inspiration.
and even if only just one kid that day said, "You know what, sir? You changed my mind. I want to go to uni now." Sometimes it's not about making a whole drastic change, but that one change. What if it's like one person? You know you've made a good change.
Yeah.
Like, you know you made
Yeah.
a positive impact on
I
someone.
love that. That is brilliant.
Exactly. So I think that's a good thing to focus on.
Yeah.
It's about intentionally inspiring these young people.
Of course.
Like that's something I've been doing for a few years now. Like intentionally trying to inspire. So every time I make a video, or every time I post something, or every conversation I have, it's intentional. Like I want you to want to do better because I spoke to you. Or I want the video, when you watch the video, it made you think I want to do better. Like intentionally. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think as adults, as men, as educators, that is our duty every day when we wake up. Because you have to understand, there is someone looking up to us, even if we can't see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You might be looking ahead and there's someone just looking up to you, just like, I'm following him or her.
This is
just
exactly.
I just feel...
And it could have been that one thing you might have said that might just enlighten them. You know what I mean? You don't know what it could be, but it's like, but they're following your lead, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to make that positive direction for that one, for that young person.
Exactly.
Honestly.
It's up to us.
Yeah, it's up to us.
We don't see much men having these kind of conversations.
Yeah, true.
I
It's
think
true.
it's important.
No, it's true, man. It's true.
That's been the Hawks and Masters podcast. Thank you guys for watching. You've been amazing. Please like, share, subscribe. Yeah? Make sure you comment down below. I've been Masters.
I've been Hawks.
I'll be Adrian.
Peace.
Thank
love,
you so much.
Respect. Till next
You
time.
lot take care, be safe. Cheers.